In this world, the only source of human happiness is love. The strongest person is the one who overcomes their anger. If freedom rained down from the sky, I would still see some slaves carrying umbrellas. The common people respect the wealthy, while the wise respect the learned. Get used to listening. You will find that even the words of fools can be useful. When passion and desire subside, it is as if a person has been freed from a group of mad tyrants. In my opinion, the only thing worthy of occupying a person's mind is the future of their children and how to ensure their happiness. No one is hated as much as the one who speaks the truth. A liar is always wary of another liar. The first and greatest victory is to conquer oneself. Lie to your friend. If they do not reveal it over time, then you can share the truth with them. Never discourage someone who, no matter how slow, is constantly progressing. Treat your friends in a way that you never have to rely on a ruler, and treat your enemies in a way that ensures your victory in court. Avoid getting close to someone who cannot keep secrets. If your heart loves someone or something, don't take it too seriously. It's just the heart's nature to love. But if your mind ever falls in love, then know that you are experiencing something truly called love. Impatience does not relieve any suffering. It only creates a new burden to bring a person down. Know your Creator and fulfill your duty to Him. Always be in the cycle of teaching and learning and prioritize the pursuit of knowledge. Always stay alert, for there are many causes of evil. Remember what you once were, what you will become after death, and do not harm anyone. Everything in this world is subject to change and decay. Do not wait for the needy to beg you before helping them. Start helping before they have to ask. When your status in life declines, do not despair. The sun sets every evening only to rise again in the morning. It is better not to be born than to live without education and remain ignorant, for ignorance is the root of all misery. Words spoken from the heart reach the heart. If the speaker lacks sincerity, do not expect their words to have an impact. Whoever seeks goodness and happiness for others will eventually find happiness themselves. The worst kind of injustice is to appear just while being unjust. Love is the only illness from which the sufferer takes pleasure. Kindness and generosity can be used as a way to take revenge on an enemy. Judge a man by his actions, not by his words. Associating with these three types of people will harm you: those who push you toward indulgence, those who deceive you, and those with lower ambitions than yours. Music has an extraordinary effect on the human soul, and if used correctly, it can plant beauty in the dreams of the spirit. Life without love is impossible. For those without love, the world is nothing more than a vast graveyard. The joy that comes from knowledge is pure. Do not visit those who treat you coldly. Do not argue with those who reject your words. And do not speak to those who refuse to listen. The wisest person is the most powerful. The more guards you assign to a secret, the more likely it is to be exposed. Stay away from associating with wicked and ill-tempered people. Without realizing it, you will absorb their nature. A person's ignorance is revealed in two ways: by speaking about things they were never asked about, and by talking more than necessary. No attachment in the world is stronger than the love for one's homeland. The well-being of society is far more important than that of an individual. Do not seek speed in work, but rather excellence and perfection. People will not ask how quickly you did something, only how well you did it. Do not count times of hardship as part of your life. My enemies fall into three categories: those stronger than me, those equal to me, and those weaker than me. Fighting the first leads to destruction. Battling the second continues as long as I live. But the third I will subdue through patience, because confronting the weak lowers one's status in society. In this world, there are two forces: the sword and strategy. More often than not, strategy overcomes the sword. Look in the mirror. If your face is beautiful, let your actions match your appearance. If your face is unattractive, do not add ugly behavior to it. Love of wealth consumes the entirety of a person's existence, leaving them no time to think of anything else. When success arrives, everyone seems good. But when failure strikes, everyone appears bad. Health, beauty, strength, wealth, everything that brings goodness in the hands of virtuous people can also become a source of corruption if placed in the hands of the wicked. I came into this world by necessity. I lived in confusion, and I leave it unwillingly. Do not ask God for temporary benefits. Instead, ask Him for blessings that will never leave you. Never forgive a friend who has betrayed you once, for they will betray you again. Anyone can cause harm, but not everyone can do good. Wicked people live only to eat and drink, while virtuous people eat and drink to live. When people speak ill of you, live in such a way that no one believes them. Treat your parents the way you wish your children would treat you. Human behavior is driven by three things: desire, emotion, and knowledge. The heaviest punishment for disobeying the law is being judged by someone who was once your subordinate.